Everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Becky Setra. Hope you're all doing well. If this is the first time you're watching my video, please do not forget to subscribe. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing. Now, today's topic, I'm going to be answering a few questions that some people have asked me, and I think it's important to address these questions. So today's topic is overseas nurse frequently asked questions about moving to the UK. So first of all, the first question is going to be about cost of living. So it's just important to know that UK apparently is the 11th most expensive country to live in the world. So it's very expensive in the UK. Cost of living in the UK depend on where you live and where you're working. I'm going to talk about accommodation. For example, I always said London is the most expensive place to live in the UK, and areas closer to London are the next expensive ones. The farther away you go, the less expensive it is. Also, it depends on the postcode. So which area are you living at? So certain areas where there are very good schools, accommodation is very expensive in those areas, regardless of whether it's London or outside of London, because everybody wants to live in that catchment area so that their kids could go to those good schools. So those are some of the things that make accommodation very expensive. Now, so it's important when you come in, or at the beginning, your employers may provide you with a temporary accommodation, which is usually handy. So you will live there for about 2 to 3 months at most, and then you'll be moving out and looking for your own accommodation. When you're a starter, sometimes it's better to share with somebody you have become acquainted to, or someone you have met or know, so that you can live together to start with, and as time goes on you can move and get your own place, especially if you have a family, to bring your family over. Because when you're sharing with someone, you'll be paying less than if you're going to be living on your own. So it's important to bear that in mind. Accommodation, let's say renting about 1-bedroom flat outside of London, certain places could cost you about £500 to £600 a month. In London, you could be paying about £3,000 for some posh flats monthly. Some average 1-bed flat in London could cost about £850. Once again, even in London, it depends on the area, certain postcodes. So some postcodes are extremely expensive, so you have to look at those. If you go on Google, you can easily check and see cost of living in certain areas, or average rent in certain areas. Now, I just checked some time ago, was it recently, about a 2-bedroom house rental in Leicester, and it cost about £650 a month. So that is for 2-bedroom. And once again, as I said, it depends on the area. Certain areas, a 2-bedroom house could be more expensive than the 650. It also depends on the type of house. So they have terrace houses, they have flats, they have detached and semi-detached. So all dependent on the type. So it's important to bear that in mind. As I said, the closer you are to London, although all the action, all the, tourist things are in London, and it's interesting, it is more expensive. But there are a lot of people living in London, and they are still fine with it, because salaries are slightly higher in London than when you go outside as well. The next question is, somebody was asking me whether the experience that you have from your home country is taken into consideration when you are going to, or after you have registered as a nurse and you've got your PIN, or whether you're going to be paid like a band 5 newly qualified nurse. Very important and interesting question. Unfortunately, regardless of how many years you have worked back home, whether you were ward manager, ward sister, or whatever before you come to UK, after you've got your PIN, unfortunately, your salary is going to be starting as a band 5, which is a newly qualified nurse. You'll be doing the same thing, although you have a lot of experience. The only thing I could say is that maybe in the future, if you're deciding to go on a higher band, your years of experience from your home country could help you. But unfortunately, as I said, they don't take your years of experience into consideration. And as I said before as well, there are some nurses who are from overseas and they have been working and they've been on band 5 for over 10, 15 years. Some, once again, is by choice. Others, they would say to you, lack of opportunity. So it's important to bear that in mind in order to help you manage your expectations. Things are different from how we see it from back home, but do not get discouraged. Some of us have been here for only God knows how long time. So far as we're here, we're managing. When you come, you'll be able to manage as well. And someone also asks whether they tax all the enhanced salary that you make in addition to your normal salary. Yes, the tax man, I would say, is always ready. The more hours you work, the more extra shift you do, the more tax you pay. So bear that in mind. Don't overdo things. You will see the difference if as a band 5 I'm earning £1,600 a month. If I've done extra shift or I've done a few enhanced or Saturday, Sundays, which would give me a little enhanced salary, and they tax it, you will still see the difference. You get a little bit back to yourself anyway, so don't be put off, but do not overdo it, I would say. Now, another question somebody has asked me is the fact that she is about to start nursing training and she's currently working as a support staff or support assistant or senior carer, I would say, and she earns about the beginning salary of a band 5 nurse, which I would say is about £1,600. And she was told by a family member that, you know what, nursing is very stressful and the salary is not worth it. And she's thinking, is it worth going to train 3 years, a degree, and be paying 9,220 something a year to finish with a loan and, you know, be earning that amount of money? I would advise you to go ahead and do your training, because currently as a support worker, your salary may end at that. There is no progression. However, if you train as a nurse and you're band 5, you would be earning, yes, you will start earning what you are earning now. However, by the time you get to the top of band 5, you will be earning about £1,850 a month. As a support worker, you would have to do maybe 2 jobs or a lot more extra together. So it's important to bear that in mind. And you should also know that there is a scope to move to band 6 if you put your mind at it and you don't want to stay band 5, and you can apply and prove that you can be a band 6, you can do that. And the top of band 6, I would say, is £2,217 per month. That is what you would earn if you become band 6 and you get to the top of band 6. And this amount of money is working Monday to Friday, excluding your unsocial hours or working Saturdays and Sundays. So I think it's important to keep that in mind. Finally, as well, there is a scope to move to band 7 if you work hard and you want to get there. If you get to band 7, your annual salary is £2,551. Someone would say, oh, that's nothing. But, you know, if you compare that to being a support worker, I think, yes, being a support worker, you still have responsibilities, but not as many as a nurse. And at the same time, yes, there's a lot of stress working as a nurse in the UK. I will not lie to you. However, if you know how to manage things, there are things in the system to support you. You would be fine. We have done it. A lot of people are doing it. Yes, some people give up because of the too much stress, but I would encourage you to give it a go. So all the best in whatever you decide to do. And I just want to say thank you all for watching. Remember to subscribe, and I'll see you again next week Sunday. Take care. Bye-bye. Enjoy your day.